Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is November 25, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. Market just gapped up today. And just going all the way up pretty close to a double top or new all-time high, but rejected. And I would say last hour of the trading session, especially last 2 hours of the trading session, market just lost its momentum to the downside and sellers took control. Right now, futures market just going down 12 points. And after hours, whatever I saw was ended up negative. Like Apple, all the big techies actually ended up negative. Even some semiconductor names actually ended up negative too. So we will see how it goes. But the market is now at a very extreme top, I would say, and we are going to see a corrective move. But this corrective move, I would say, it's going to be a shallow one. I'm not expecting a deeper corrective move to the downside. The maximum target is going to be 5,800. And after that, we may see a Santa Claus rally again to the upside. And if that happens, that would be potential new all-time high. So we will see for the next 2 weeks. If market gives us a good buying opportunity, we will take it. For sure, we will take it. It doesn't mean that we are going to just heavily getting into the short position. That means for traders, also investors, that's going to be a good opportunity. If market gives us another ABC corrective move to the downside, which is going to be the C wave. So let's wait to see how far it can stretch down. If it goes to 5,800, that would be a great idea to just nibble in. That would be perfect scenario if market just give us like a shakeout or massive drop to 5,600. So that's fantastic scenario for me to get long again, like with two hands, just because market can boost up a rally potentially to 62, 6,300 even after Christmas. So we will see how it goes with the market. Right now, it's over stretched all the way up, a very, very shallow corrective rally. And we can see some kind of like a pullback to the downside to finish its corrective period. That would be a fantastic scenario. Moving on to Nasdaq, which kind of like the same scenario here. This is a daily chart. Nasdaq is not getting close to new all-time high or even double top. Nasdaq just getting into this 78% Fibonacci retracement. If you just pull here from here, so you see that 69 to 78% Fibonacci, which is going to be a fantastic reversal point. And Nasdaq is down right now, even after. Actually, today just finished positive, barely positive, just because of the gap early morning. Otherwise, the sellers took the entire session. As you see, the candle is red right now. In futures market, just going all the way down as well. So we will see how it goes. But this is going to be ABC corrective move. So the C wave is going to go down. Again, that would be fantastic scenario if Nasdaq goes all the way down to 19,000 to 19,500. So this is the area that we can see a reversal coming. And I would say a rotation is here for lots of stocks. As you see here, recently hammered, recently just oversold, like Boeing, like Nike, like Estee Lauder. They are kind of like reversing nicely today and push the Dow Jones to new all-time high. If you just look at the Dow hit new all-time high today, 44,000, pretty close to 45,000 area. So Dow got benefit from Donald Trump for sure. This is a election rally, corrective nicely to SMA 20, getting back to new all-time high. And today, strongly closed above a new all-time high. So this is kind of like the scenario that we're looking for when Dow is leading. Market usually is not in a good shape. Basically, the other sectors are lagging. So we may see another corrective move potentially to this area, which is going to be a 3,800. So that's the area that I'm looking at. And if it gets here, that's going to be again scenario to buy. We are going to just educate ourselves again for the next 2 weeks. I would say market is in a corrective move to the downside rather than upward. Russell 2000 actually just got into new all-time high. So this is a weekly chart. Let me go to daily chart because after hours right now, Russell hammered as well. So it's just the sharp is sold off. But Russell got into new all-time high today. Small cap just got benefit from Donald Trump administration, less regulation, or I should say deregulations and tax cut. they're going to be beneficiary of Trump administration for sure. Gold just hammered today, I believe 100 points to the downside, $100 exactly, not exactly, I should say. I was looking for this area. So Friday session, just stretching above my level. But again, this is kind of like the scenario that we should expect. Market as a nice momentum. This is a good QM pattern. So we just got sell off today. We may see a rebound. So don't get me wrong. We may see a rebound because this is kind of like for 2-3 days corrective move market. Just gold going all the way down 1, 2, 3, 3 days actually engulfing to the downside. So right now, if we see a bounce, we could see as a selling opportunity all the way down here. I would say gold and silver, they are heading to a lower price as well. So they're just initiating the sell-off sooner than the stock market, and silver as well. Silver just a hammer today, going all the way down. This is another QM pattern. I would say silver 25 to 26 or even 27. That would be the scenario that I'm looking at for buy. So right now, stay tuned. Stay on the side because the good time is coming for precious metals. Moving on to crude. Crude just going down as well today, along with the precious metals. As I said, crude had a nice rally to the upside, choppy, sloppy last few, I would say since September, last few months. Crude is not going anywhere. 65 to 72. That's the area that we see for crude. And today we just got a very sharp sell-off due to a peace news coming to Middle East, and hopefully that's going to be the catalyst for crude. And seems like Israel and Lebanon, Hezbollah, they're just getting to the ceasefire, which is fantastic. So that was a great news I've heard today, and hopefully everything will sort out at that area. So again, crude doesn't mean that energy stocks are going to hammer or are going to go down. Or we may see some kind of like a corrective move with those names. We will get to those ones later on. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin today just going all the way down to 94,000. I was kind of like desperate, I should say, for Bitcoin correction. Seems like Bitcoin is coming up. So this is going to be a base for a next corrective move to the downside. I would say this is going to be a base drop, and that's going to be the level that we have, 86 to 88. If it consolidates here, we may see another drop to this area, which is going to be a fantastic scenario for getting back to the Bitcoin and crypto. So I would say still the rally is not over. Actually, this is maybe just the beginning for crypto, especially in 2025. We are going to see lots of movement to the upside. Ethereum the same? No. Ethereum just get an uptick, and we're just getting ending diagonal for Ethereum. So this is kind of like ending diagonal pattern. Usually when we have a spike like this, then pattern is going to be like this. So this is called ending diagonal, and this is a bearish pattern. This means usually it's going to break through to the downside most of the time. And when we get to this trend line here, we may see ending diagonal here for a next corrective move, potentially to here or even lower here, which is going to be the last chance for bulls if you want to take or jump on board for this trade. Bond yield just like going all the way down due to kind of like admin news from Trump minister. And it seems like the hope for the bond market is coming up. Bond treasuries actually just jumped 3% or 2.60% to the upside today, $2.34. Usually this is very, very huge just because bond movement is not that strong. So usually this is very, very huge. This money is coming from institution, and when institution is getting on board, usually we see some kind of like a movement. As I said, bond is forming the bottom regardless of bond yield movement. This is kind of like the choppiness that we see at the end of the trend. So trend was negative, and this is the end of trend. So today we just got a pop. Tomorrow we may see a pullback for just consolidation for another pop, potentially 93 to 94, 91. That's the area that I'm looking at for short-term resistance. The bigger target is going to be 96.46. If it gets above this, I would say by end of year rally is going to be 103 to 105. which is gonna be a 10% to the upside, which is fantastic for bond market. VIX is down today, 4.20% to the downside. I would say this is the end, and we may see some kind of like a pop due to a stock market correction, but ultimately it's going to go lower. Dixie coming down today sharply, and Dixie just going all the way down. Futures market open up with gap, again sold off. So we will see if this is the end for the Dixie, which I believe it comes along with a bond yield, and Dixie can go down as well. So to 105, 105.50, that's the area, at least for the short term, we can get to this area. Moving on to magma indicator, it's kind of like a choppy, sloppy consolidation. It doesn't go anywhere for now. Apple 1.31% to the upside. Apple nicely just going up after sold off in the morning, but Apple just went back up. Amazon just a 2.20% to the upside. Meta going up as well, so $5.95. Still a bearish consolidation within this aggressive kind of like a megaphone pattern. Microsoft the same here, $1.97 up. So this is the scenario that I'm looking at for Microsoft. This is just a back test for a next drop, potentially sub 400 level. Google just jump up after hitting this 165 to 167. Netflix just slammed down today after hitting the all-time high. This is a bearish engulfing. This is very strong pattern. And if it consolidates here, or if it has a follow through, I would say Netflix can go all the way down to this gap, which is 720. And that's going to be a lot. Tesla just engulfed nicely today as well. So Tesla, I would say the rally is over, at least for the short term. We can see some kind of like a pullback for Tesla all the way to here, to this area. So 326 to 260 to 270. That's the area that I'm looking at for Tesla, at least for the short term, if it gets below this 310. So this is important pivot. Today engulfing is very, very important, just because this is engulfing at the top. Usually this is bearish. With the same scale, this is very bearish. So if we get kind of like aggressive movement to the downside, you may see a hiccup here at 310. But if it doesn't hold, it can just sharply going all the way down to 260. So this is the area that I'm looking at for Tesla. Moving on to semiconductor index, 96 cents down. So semis are in a weaker side. Stocks the same pattern here. However, just the jump up, still bearish consolidation. Taiwan Semiconductor, $5 down. AMD, $2.78 up. Jump up nicely. NVIDIA, $5.93 down. NVIDIA, after earning, everything just finished. Now everyone knows everything. And NVIDIA just reversing down after hitting the all-time high. This is a sugar rush after earning. And right now, 3 consecutive days to the downside. This is the area. If it gets below 132, which I believe it it can go all the way down to 118, 116 to 120. That's the kind of like a short-term bottom. Moving on to the Texas Instrument, $4.93 up today. Texas, not a bad session. It's just they're getting to this upper range of this trend line. Lamb Research getting back up nicely today. So Lamb, I would say this is bottom. So Lamb is just forming the bottom. We may see some kind of like a choppiness, but Lamb Research is capitulated already. XLF, which is financials, they're just hitting new all-time high again. So these guys are going up crazy. KBE, large cap bank ETF, going hit new all-time high. If tomorrow we will see a reversal to the downside, it should be a through gap. If we see a gap down, that would be the best bearish pattern you can see, evening star, and it can go all the way down to here. So we will see. But right now, they're very strong. It is very, very early if you want to jump on board for a short position. KRE, the same pattern though. So this is a shooting star at the top. If we see again another confirmation with gap down, we should take it as like evening star. JP Morgan, the same pattern here. Goldman Sachs actually going down. Sellers to control. Bank of America, 50 cents up, but again gapped up. So sellers to control after that. Wells Fargo, still it is strong. 94 cents up today, not a bad session. Gold miners, they're just going down, but buyer just came back. Hold up a bit, but all of them gapped down today. GDX 3% to the downside. GDXJ, Doji Bar 3.14% to the downside. AEM 3.6% to the downside. Newmont just going down again. Buyers just came back. I would say this can go all the way down to 37. Franco-Nevada $3.12 down here. Gold Barrick 54 cents down here as well. So Gold Barrick buyers come back, but I would say this can go lower to $15 to $16. That would be the area that I'm looking at. XLE $1.92 down today. So energy stocks are short-term topped and they can go lower to 92. Even fill up this gap like a gap window gap filling. $90 for XLE. That could be a potential scenario. XOP just going down as well. So $2.63 down here. Engulfing at the top. OIH, the same pattern here, $3.48 down. Exxon just going down after hitting this 1, 2, 3 resistance. And Chevron getting down as well. So Chevron just hit this trend line. This is very, very important trend line. So I wouldn't see Chevron is going all the way down below this pivot. The only thing that I see is Chevron is coming back down potentially to this gap or even this gap or this top for getting back up. And this is going to be a fantastic reverse head and shoulder. So I would say this 152 to 154, that could be kind of like the buying opportunity before Christmas time. So we will see how it goes with these names, but I would say this pullback could be great buying opportunity. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.